Welcome to Queer News Tonight. This is the world's first and only LGBTQ daily television news, broadcasting live and available on demand on your favorite streaming channels.
We're proud to announce that YouTube has recognized Queer News Tonight, certified by analytics company vidIQ as the world's most popular LGBTQ streaming news show in over 10 million views on the only day live queer news show in the world. We're proud that we have more than 1,000 new subscribers in November, and that Queer News Tonight has more YouTube subscribers than any other LGBTQ brand in Florida.
Over 500,000 of you have watched this show in the last 60 days. We thank you for watching and supporting our voice in our community. It is Tuesday, December 17th. We are live and literally out of the closet and into the headlines. So many of your important stories we are going to tell this evening on Queer News Tonight.
This is the world's first live daily LGBTQ evening news show, literally out of the closet and into the headlines on Queer News Tonight.
Welcome to the world's most important LGBTQ evening news show.
HOTspots magazine, Happening Out Television Network, is a nonprofit 501c3 media company in the same model as PBS and NPR, but designed for the LGBT community. Our mission is to support the 11 pillars of our LGBTQ community. We want to inform, educate the key issues of the lesbian, trans, Latino, Black, healthcare, seniors, students, faith, social justice, business, and queer culture. Help support our community.
We are part of one of the largest LGBTQ nonprofit media companies in America, HOTspots Magazine and Happening Out Television Network. In 2025, our magazine is celebrating 40 years of the LGBTQ experience. Our television, news, talk, and entertainment shows support our mission to educate the LGBTQ and broader community.
Let's meet tonight's anchors at Queer News Tonight. Let's welcome anchor Robert Hadley. Reverend Mr. Robert Hadley is a health educator at Broward House and a Holy Angels National Catholic Church deacon. Robert is also an event manager and photographer for HOTspots. Robert, an amazing group of people is going to Machu Picchu in September of 2025 as part of the HOTspots Happening Out Travel Club in partnership with Carvelle Bikes. There'll be an information session on the trip coming up on January 19th in Quadrucci Hall. Tell me, what's happening?
So what's going to happen is in September 17th to the 20th, or 26th actually, for 10 days, a group through Happening Out Travel Club will be going to Machu Picchu.
Excellent.
There's different groups going, but the partnership with Carvelle Bikes is a special group. We bring some special swag. You get your only specially made Machu Picchu t-shirts.
Oh, you're giving out swag.
Yes, other swag to go with this. We're having an information session this entire trip and the reason to travel with our group on January 19th at Quadrucci Hall, 1436 26th Street in Wilton, Manors.
Oh, that's excellent. I look forward to it. Queer News Tonight will be there, and we look forward to seeing you at the information session on Machu Picchu trip on January 19th. Let's welcome anchor Rajee Narinesingh, a famous transgender activist, actress, author, mystic, and reality TV personality. She's an activist for Transsocial. Rajee, Transsocial has recently opened a media center division in South Florida and Atlanta. It's called Mayfair Medical. Tell me, what's happening there?
Well, Mayfair Medical is our latest program that we've launched. We have it here in South Florida, and we have it in Atlanta. Here in South Florida, we have two locations. There's a Miami location and a Fort Lauderdale location. Okay. We provide clinical services. We provide general practitioner services. So if you're looking for a primary, there's HIV prevention and care. And so, you know, our clinic is basically providing health care by the people and for the people, because a lot of the people that work in the clinics are part of our community. So, you know, we feel like it's a better understanding. And then what really is like the creme de la creme of our clinic is that we are focusing on gender, I should say gender affirmative care. Great. So for the LGBTQ community. So we're really excited. I I wrote down some points because I didn't want to forget. I also wanted to mention we have the health insurance premium assistance program for uninsured people and underinsured. So, anyone that's interested, you can go to mayfairmedical.org and make an appointment.
Fantastic. Well, Queer News Tonight congratulates Transsocial for taking another step towards community welfare through Mayfair Medical.
Thank you.
And of course, let's welcome lead anchor, Dr. Tai Houser. He's a professor of English and Humanities at Broward College and Florida Atlantic University. The Wilton Manors Community Advisory Board has announced the call for nominations for a City Honoree for Black History Month. The deadline for nominations is December 24th. Tell me, what's happening?
Sure. Well, this is, of course, great. I know you know a lot about it, but the city wants to recognize someone, honor them for Black History Month. One of the criteria that I absolutely love is that it needs to be an individual who has made life better here. So kind of pulling in the Wilton Manors tagline. But the deadline is the 24th, and you can get more information at wiltonmanors.com.
And actually, on Community Affairs Advisory Board, those members is recognized, changed around, and made more accurate. So thank you for bringing that for us.
Definitely get all of your nominations in. Queer News Tonight reminds you that the deadline for nominations for a city honoree for Black History Month is December 24th. Now let's dive deep into this big LGBTQ story for today. I'm Tai Houser. Let's queer up HOTspots Magazine. HOTspots Magazine welcomes 2025 with a New Year issue on December 19th. In 2025, HOTspots Magazine will be celebrating 40 years, and it will soon release a new issue on Thursday, December 19th. The magazine is part of HOTspots Happening Out, the largest nonprofit LGBTQ media group in America. This new HOTspots issue is a special New Year's edition with exciting features like an exclusive interview with Murray Hodgson. Murray and Peter's Drag Queen Christmas is in its 10th anniversary season, and their tour has 2 stops in South Florida on December 27th and the 29th. You'll know everything about the season in this amazing feature. This holiday season, theater goers will get to enjoy Slow Burn Theater Company's Anastasia the Musical, running from December 21st through January 5th. HOTspots has brought you an exclusive interview with the lead actress, Michaela Cohen, who's playing Anya. You don't want to miss this fascinating interview. There's more! Chris Azzopardi, the editorial director of Pride Source Media Group, has written a special feature for the fans of queer Christmas movies. The feature is a recent video interview of the gay king of Christmas, Jonathan Bennett. And in case you're running out of creative ideas for a holiday side dish, I'd like a little holiday side dish myself. The magazine has a recipe for simple and savory dishes you can enjoy this holiday season. Family Features has also shared ideas for homemade holiday decor with popcorn. In its other feature, you'll get a quick and smart idea for turning holiday leftovers into flavorful meals. In case you don't know, MTV has revealed the cast of RuPaul's Drag Race Season 17. The new issue has everything you need to know about the season and each of the queens. The new issue has covered the story of famous chef Nona Iris, the myth of Osteria de Fortunata. And of course, you can read popular features like Hot Bodies by Leo Harley and What's Hot and Out with Scott by Scott Holland. Don't miss the HOTspots Hotties feature with photographs by Dennis Dean and the interview with a hottie, Rafael Ferrero, by Scott Holland. Grab your free copy of HOTspots Magazine on Thursday, December 19th, or you might miss all the fun. Well, HOTspots, of course, is a fantastic magazine. We're not just saying that because we're part of the HOTspots Happening Out group here, but they cover everything you need to know about what's going on in the community, and we've got a lot of good stuff to look forward to, I think, in the new year.
Yeah, and whenever I think of HOTspots Magazine, I look at it as a staple of our community because I really believe that members of the community, we look forward to like the next edition and what's going to be in HOTspots. So it's definitely a staple, and I've been down here for many years, and as far back as I can remember, I've always looked to HOTspots.
Sure.
And one of the many hats.
Because I'm a hotspot.
You're the hottest spot here at this table. That's great.
Oh, flattery will get you everywhere.
Should I move?
One of the many hats I wear is being part of the production team of HOTspots. So I know what goes into this magazine. It's intense watching the editorial stuff happen, the editing of the photographers. I'm one of the photographers. The editing that goes through the process of it. So I'm honored to be a part of this fantastic magazine and program.
So there's lots to look forward to from interviews to reviews and the photographs and the musicals and the plays that are coming up. Here's to a great new year. That is the big LGBTQ story for today. There's no other queer nonprofit media platform like this in the entire world. Support our LGBTQ stories by subscribing and sharing Queer News Tonight.
Now let's dive deep into this big LGBTQ story for today. I'm Robert Hadley, and let's queer up this news. An Oregon teacher wins $90,000 for defending LGBTQ students. Eileen Brenbuck, a Spanish teacher in Oregon, has won a whistleblower lawsuit against Newburgh-Dundee Public Schools after facing retaliation for supporting queer students. The case stemmed from a controversial 2021 district ban on pride flags, Black Lives Matter flags, signs, and other political symbols, which sparked public protests and legal challenges. The court deemed the ban unconstitutional, but the school staff, including Mountain Valley School principal Terry McElliott, allegedly continued to enforce it. According to Brennock, McElliott told staff, "It's not okay to tell kids it's okay to say gay or trans." And discouraged displaying pride symbols to avoid poking the bear. Brenbuck's advocacy for queer students also led to a hostile work environment for teachers and administrators. However, students filed a formal complaint with the state education department and won the lawsuit. Now the settlement has awarded her $90,000. That's impressive.
That's great. I love that.
Impressive. And when teachers fight back, teachers supporting kids, some of these politicians and people appointed positions worry about themselves.
Yeah.
I was a part-time teacher for a year in Chicago Public Schools. My students came first. I worked in some of the poorest schools in the city. My students came first.
Yeah.
And I see a teacher doing that. That's impressive. And that she won.
It is. She had courage because, it could have went the other way. And so she put her neck out on the line, I believe, for the LGBTQ community. And I'm so happy she did it. I'm so happy that she won, the lawsuit. And we need more people speaking up for us. It's one of those things, when I see someone like that, I cherish that because, we do need more of it.
It's, it's teachers like this that make the biggest difference to students. I know as a kid going through high school, like I had that teacher who was there to support me, who was there, even if it was just to listen. And she didn't have to put her neck out. Like it was all okay.
It was all okay.
And so for this, this is one good reason for tenure, right? It gives teachers the ability to be compassionate and helpful and good to students.
And you know what? Teachers are so underrated. I think every single human being on the planet can at least name one teacher that they had growing up that impacted their life.
I'm sure.
And I have a few of them. So, yeah.
I'm sure. Well, that is the big LGBTQ story for today. There's no other queer nonprofit media platform like this in the entire world. Support our LGBTQ stories by subscribing and sharing Queer News Tonight. Now, let's dive deep into this big LGBTQ story for today. I'm Tai Houser. Let's queer up gay culture. Queer News Tonight and Grindr reveals what fascinated gay in 2024. Grindr, the world's leading gay social app with 14 million monthly users, teamed up with Queer News Tonight to reflect on LGBTQ culture in 2024. While Grindr notes that their data isn't a scientific study, it offers the largest snapshot of what defined our community this year. Grindr reveals what fascinated the gay community in 2024. It says the top cultural moments of the year were Madonna's Free Rio concert and a viral French Olympic pole vaulter's pole vault. Pedro Pascal won the title of Hottest Man Alive, followed by Jonathan Bailey, while Troye Sivan tops the Baby Girl of the Year category. Holland Taylor and Sarah Paulson are crowned the ultimate gay power couple, followed by Matt Bomer and Simon Hall. Grindr's collaboration provides a unique lens into LGBTQ preferences, celebrating what we find inspiring, sexy, and iconic. As 2024 comes to a close, it's clear that the gay community continues to embrace bold authenticity and celebrates the moments that make us gasp and gag. I could gag quite a bit on some of that information, but I love that Grindr puts this stuff out there. I know we've done recently a couple of our kind of Grindr related stories, and while it's not scientific, it's fun to know.
It's fun to know, and it's something that I can definitely use going forward, because when someone wants to call me out for being on Grindr, they saw my profile, I'll say, well, Grindr, look, they do this.
Yeah.
And it's, it's not just pinging,
I'm not just here to like hook up. I'm here for part of research. I'm researching.
Right, I'm researching.
Exactly.
That's what I'm going to use.
Everyone knows what Grindr is.
Mm-hmm.
Why was it so popular during the Republican convention? It shut down the internet.
It did.
Convention.
It did.
But the Grindr is ironic. In fact, it was so nice that even the Golden Girls parody brought their own version of it for the show. So that's how important Grindr is. So the message they bring is, the resource is fantastic. The data they mine is impressive, and they're using it appropriately.
I love the power couple of forever, Sarah Paulson and Holland Taylor.
Besides Carvelle.
Well, obviously, besides you and Carvelle, and me and my future ex-husband. Yeah. But no, I think they are they do scream power couple.
Yeah, they do. And I'm sorry, that Walter. Oh my God.
Oh, I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I did pause it and slow frame by frame it.
I think the entire LGBTQ community stopped for that one. Yeah.
Okay.
I averted my eyes.
Oh, I'm sure you didn't look.
Oh, Father.
That is a big LGBTQ story for today. There's no other queer nonprofit media platform like this in the entire world. Support our LGBTQ stories by subscribing and sharing Queer News Tonight.
Now let's dive deep into the big LGBT story for today. I'm Rajee Narinesingh, and let's queer up politics. Gay AI tech leader backs Trump with $1 million for Trump's inauguration. Sam Altman, the openly gay CEO of OpenAI, has pledged $1 million to Donald Trump's inaugural fund. Altman emphasizes that the U.S. must lead in AI infrastructure to stay competitive globally. Speaking on Fox News Sunday, he praised Trump's ability to advance AI innovation. He said, quote, "We need to be able to have the best AI infrastructure in the world, to be able to lead with the technology and the capabilities. I believe President-elect Trump will be very good for that," end quote. What makes this donation different is it comes from Altman's personal funds, unlike other corporate donations like the ones from Meta and Amazon. Critics see these donations as olive branches to Trump amid past tensions with tech leaders. However, when a gay CEO of one of the most influential companies in the world personally supports Trump, it makes the community wonder about its future in the AI-dominated world. And I'm gonna tell you, I'm watching a lot of I'll use Morning Joe as an example. Mm-hmm. People that were not really with him, and now it's almost like they're trying to do stuff to get in his favor. You know what I mean? Because I don't know if some of these people would be doing what they do. The other, especially him being gay, a part of our community, to donate $1 million for the inauguration. That's a lot of money. And you question. I always say, I don't know, people have a right to vote for who they want, but I swear, I have some trans girlfriends who voted for Trump. And I was like, girl, it's like roaches voting for Raid.
Yeah.
I mean, I doubt very much he supports our community at all.
Right.
So anyway, it's interesting when you observe and see what people are doing to get in his good graces now. Mm-hmm. And, he made Time magazine cover of the year.
Yeah.
Time magazine. I mean, come on, if I did half the crap he did, honey, I'd be under the prison.
He successfully fooled a lot of people. That's impressive. Got to say that.
Yeah.
As for Altman, I think he's an olive branch. This is where he gets on the good side.
Yeah.
He gets his agenda. We don't know his agenda. I've not read about him. Hopefully he'll bring his own agenda to the table and maybe change some minds. Changing minds slowly, hopefully.
And that's a positive way to look at it.
I will pray for that to happen.
Yeah.
That's a good way to look at it. It's It is frustrating because we look and we see this happening, but this is kind of a lot like just lobbying, right? You're getting in there. Trump,
It is.
I don't understand why he would think that Trump is going to do a lot for AI. Trump doesn't understand AI, right? I'm sure he doesn't. He's not,
No.
we barely understand it, and I'm immersed in it every day. So it's not about that. I think it's to your point, Rajee. It's getting in the door, getting your foot in the door.
Yeah.
If it's an olive branch, he's going to make more money. He's going to make back that $1 million easy.
Oh, definitely.
And P.S., I'm pretty sure that he's going to use AI to put people in the president's inauguration stand.
Oh,
because
yeah.
I don't think anyone will be there. It'll all be AI generated.
Well, I'm telling you, this election and the outcome is making me question everything. Like even polls. Because before the election, everything was neck and neck. Oh, either she was a few points ahead, Kamala Harris, or Trump was a few. And then to win by, a quote unquote landslide. So it's making me question like so many things.
That's what AI
But
does.
guess what? We got 4 years of this, Lord.
Oh, goodness. That is a big LGBTQ story for today. There's no other queer nonprofit media platform like this in the entire world. Support our LGBTQ stories by subscribing and sharing Queer News Tonight.
Now, let's dive deep into this big LGBT story for today. I'm Robert Hadley, and let's queer up South Florida news. Florida considers a ban on flags and LGBTQ rights, rainbows, and other woke topics. Republican Senator Randy Fine has introduced a Florida bill aiming to ban flags supporting queer rights, Black Lives Matter, and Palestine flags from government properties. His legislation targets political flags, mandating only the U.S. flag should be prominently displayed. Fine, set to resign on March 31st, so he can run for Congress, defended his proposal, calling LGBTQ and other flags repugnant messages. Critics, including openly gay Senator Carlos Guillermo, slammed the bill as a distraction from the real issues like rising costs and teacher shortages. Fine has failed to pass a similar bill in the past, and the Senate leaders doubt this one will succeed. Before his departure in Florida, Orlando, Wilton, Manors, and other South Florida cities are known as safe cities for LGBTQ community. Political leaders in South Florida tell Queer News Tonight they're uncertain if the Republican supermajority will progress. These cities display rainbow flags during Pride events.
Well,
This is a lot like other stories we're reading. It is the boogeyman or boogie person fighting trans rights. They're the boogie person.
Yeah.
They're not afraid of these things. This has come up before. The city of Wilton Manors was put up pride flags, and they were told to take them down by DeSantis. This is just a flash in the pan to avoid controversy like rising costs,
Yeah.
healthcare, insurance costs. This is a non-issue. And what happened to that teacher in Oregon? Because they banned flags, she won.
She won.
This won't last.
Well, I hope so, because they used the hell out of our community this last election as a scare, using us as a scare tactic and a political wedge. It was ridiculous. I mean, the millions of dollars they spent on anti-trans ads, so I hope that what you just said is true. It's gonna, turn around. But, when things like this happen to me, it's just them trying to continue to stifle us. And what's so hard for me is we were seeing a little momentum, like in around 2011, 10, 11, 12, in that zone, until 2016 when it turned around.
Right.
But it's frustrating because it's like when you finally get something, and I'm referring to rights, some basic rights, and then people want to turn around and just snatch it away from you. It's the backlash, and these folks that use us, they count on that. They count on the fear of people that don't understand the trans community, the gay community, LGBTQ as a whole, and they're using it. They continue to use it.
So they actually reached out to him for comment, and I read a little bit more of the article, and he didn't provide a comment on how it might be the law might be impacting LGBTQ flags and other very specific things, because the language is all very vague in this bill. And it's meant to be that way.
Yeah.
It's meant to be
Perhaps
vague.
written in AI.
It could have been written in AI.
Yes. They purposely do that, though.
But of course.
The vagueness.
Right,
Yeah.
because they want you to be able to project your own fears
Yeah.
into what that's going to say.
Because just to provide fear. As I mentioned before, it's just about fear. The flags isn't this issue. Costs, healthcare, insurance, those are issues.
Yes.
Yep.
And the
Yes,
flags
it's
are
true.
non-issue. Trans rights are no issue. This is a boogie person.
Smoke and mirrors. Let's get
Smoke
to
and
the
mirrors.
real issues.
And I'm sorry, Randy Fine, that is a porn actor's name.
That is a big LGBTQ story for today. There's no other queer nonprofit media platform like this in the entire world. Support our LGBTQ stories by subscribing and sharing Queer News Tonight. Those are today's headlines from Queer News Tonight. These anchors represent the best of our LGBTQ and ally communities, and we want to tell our stories of our queer community.
If our community is important to you, share this news with your friends and family. Join the conversation on your favorite streaming platform. Queer News Tonight is the only live LGBTQ digital television show in the entire world that is out of the closet and into the headlines.
We need your support. If our community is to grow and then thrive, we must tell our stories and bring them to the attention of the broader world. This is the only place in the world that tells these type of LGBTQ stories in motion and sound. That is the passion of HOTspots magazine, Happening Out Television Network, and Queer News Tonight.
I'm your anchor at Queer News Tonight, Tai Houser, and on behalf of these LGBTQ reporters, the anchors of Queer News Tonight, including Robert Hadley and Rajee Narinesingh, we will see you daily at 8 p.m. To our LGBTQ world, we wish you love, generosity, bravery while being transformative and queer. Good night.
And you are loved.
I love pizza.